Hi everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 2019. Before we begin, I just want to make a couple of announcements. One, thank you all so much for your support, your subscribe, likes, and shares. It means so much to me to be able to spread these messages to you. So thank you so much. I'm so overwhelmed with the outpouring of support, as well as just the personal reading requests that have been coming through. I do also want to say that if you requested a personal reading from me and you didn't hear back from me, check your spam folder. I know a lot of people were telling me that for some reason my emails were ending up in their spam. I have responded to everyone I have gotten so far. It actually did happen to me a bit too. So I don't know what's going on. Mercury retrograde weirdness right there. I am also sharing the astrological forecast for this read as a blog post, which is linked in the description box down below. So if you're interested in learning more about the astrological movements for April, you can check out that blog and kind of figure out what is happening and when. It can just be nice to know, a nice post to refer to throughout the month as well. We do also have your birthday coming up for some of you, so happy solar return for those of you who are born in April. I do hope that this is a really powerful and amazing time for you. I hope you really enjoy this Aries season, this astrological new year. I feel like it's going to be a really solid spring, especially kind of tuning into your energy, I have to say. But I will get to that in just a moment. I did also just want to kind of go over the astrological forecast really quickly, like I mentioned previously. We are coming into Mercury direct, or Mercury already went direct, but we are in the post-shadow phase. And the day it comes out of that on April 7th, it will be conjuncting Neptune in Pisces one last time. That may potentially be sextiling you, so you may be having a lot of intuitive hits, a lot of really powerful dreams or vivid dreams, perhaps even prophetic. So do pay attention to your dreams on that day. I feel like we've been having so much emotional healing and so much spiritual downloads coming through. It's almost going to be the install period for a lot of you, and a lot of sudden manifestations may be occurring at that time as well. We do also have quite a few outer planets going retrograde later this month. We have Jupiter in Sagittarius going retrograde on April 11th. We have Saturn in Capricorn April 30th, and then Pluto in Capricorn April 24th. So again, there's definitely a lot of larger themes that are closing out in our lives, and new beginnings as well. Lots of karmic resetting. I feel like shedding old karma and coming into new lessons. That seems to be really prominent for a lot of the signs. I feel like there's going to be this emphasis on trying to figure out where our life is going next. Bigger picture thinking. What's down the road for me? What's next? That's going to be on the forefront for a lot of people, or in the back burner, in the subconscious for a lot of people. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. Venus and Mercury are moving into Aries kind of in the middle, towards the end of April, on the 17th and 20th. So there may be some quick decisions that need to be made. There also might be some new or passionate love coming in, or igniting existing relationships as well. It may add some fire. So that could be fun, right? Yeah. As I was clearing the deck, I did get a couple of cards that fell out for you as well. I do have this Five of Cups that came out in reverse, and this Ace of Pentacles. So again, it does seem like a lot of you are coming out of some emotional turmoil, a lot of disappointment, perhaps even some feelings of loneliness as well. It seems like whatever it was that you lost, you are moving out, and you're seeing what came to you, what you still have. And it actually looks like there was some money, or a new job, or new opportunity that came up for you with this Ace of Pentacles, very divinely so. This could also be someone who was offering you some stability as well, especially if you were kind of having a dry spell in your love life. There may actually be someone who's making some sort of offer for stability to you. And as a Taurus, don't you like that? That's like, I don't know, it could potentially be someone wealthy. That's kind of cool. I'm not getting much more information for this. It should go without saying that these are general readings, so obviously all of these messages are not going to be for you or for everyone. So definitely use your discretion and discernment. Make sure that you stick with what resonates and you leave the rest behind. Some of these messages may also be coming through for someone else in your life as well, regardless of their astrological sign. So just keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to begin shuffling. I'm going to take a look at the past energy, March coming into April. What is the energy coming into April for Taurus? That's too many. I do also just want to say, with Mercury going direct, we are kind of playing catch up with communication. There might be kind of delays with some things still. I kind of find with Mercury being in a sign like Pisces, things can get a bit murky. We might realize that we weren't actually on the same page with someone, that things were miscommunicated for a while and we just didn't realize it. It kind of happened under the radar. And it's almost like a subtle retrograde. It's like retrograde on the DL. So just be mindful up until the 7th. There may be some news or some unexpected turn of events. You might have double booked something. You might have just not planned something thoroughly, or there might have been some error with plans or communication. Just stuff to keep an eye out for. So we do have the 7 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and Queen of Wands, all of this in the past energy for you. Some of you may have been dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You may have been in communication with them. It does look like there might have been some strain, some sort of disconnect. There might have actually been some sort of family feud if this is a person who's in your family or a really close part of your life. I actually do notice I put the deck upside down, and we do have this 5 of Swords on the bottom of the deck as well. So some of you may have actually been walking away from a family member or some sort of situation that was very tense with people who are very close to you. That's only going to apply to a few of you, I think. With the 7 of Cups, I do see that you were spending a lot of March weighing out your options, exploring new possibilities. You might have been trying to see what to do next. Kind of like what I was talking about with Jupiter and Sagittarius. It seems like you were kind of ahead of the game and trying to figure out, what should I do next? You were trying to entertain all these different possibilities. You may have had a lot of offerings coming forward as well. And you were kind of trying to figure out which offer to take. With this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, kind of in the emotional position, I feel a lot of you might feel a bit uprooted or disconnected. Some of you might have had the loss of a home, but being emotional, this feels more familial. It feels more like a relationship thing. There may have been a lot of family difficulties that came up, a lot of miscommunications there. Especially, again, if this did involve a fire sign, there may have also been a feeling of poverty, of not feeling secure in your home. That could potentially be something for you as well. But we did have that Ace of Pentacles, so it does seem like there was something new that was offered. Whatever was lost, there might be a new offering coming in, or there was already a new offering that was made to you. And again, that could be coming from this fire sign. Or this Queen of Wands could also just be you really focused on your career, really focused on your passions. I almost get the impression you're very... A lot of you are thinking very much of your own interests right now, and that's fine. It seems like this is just a time for you to work on yourself, and that's kind of what you were doing in the retrograde, and that's actually not a bad idea. When communication is getting wonky like that, it's a good time to reassess your own goals, your own desires, and I feel like a lot of you were doing that, and a lot of you were stepping back into the things you care about, maybe even stepping back into some sort of creative endeavor that you haven't been working on for some time. I'm going to take a peek at the animal wisdom, the animal message as well. I was just talking about creativity, and of course we have Firefly. This is very much the spark of inspiration. Some of you may have had an on and off relationship. There might have been a really quick, bright, passionate thing that just kind of fizzled out really quickly. I do see, with this card, I also am getting the sense of dreams, especially with Mercury retrograde in Pisces and Neptune being in Pisces. I think some of you may have been having very vivid dreams or been receiving messages in your dreams, and it was important for you to write them down or to try and remember them. Because with this Firefly card, it's like this brilliant moment of, aha, I have the answer. And you would think with something so radiant, you wouldn't be able to forget it, but then moments later, or a few minutes later, it's gone, like a dream. So this card reminds me a lot of dream work, of dream incubation. So that may have been something that you were working on in the past, or there may actually be some messages about the past coming through in your dreams that will help you in the future. So pay attention to your dreams if you haven't already been. I'm curious now to see what we have for the first half of April. Okay, I was told 4 times to shuffle 4 times for you. 1, 2. Some of you may have also had kind of a spiritual breakthrough or spiritual enlightenment with Firefly and Queen of Wands. That is a potential for some of you, and even the 7 of Cups. It does seem like there's a lot of dream stuff, I just have to say. And that could either be in the literal sense or the kind of aspirational sense. It was a very dreamy time, March, for you. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay, cool. So we have the Magician, 3 of Swords in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. So with this Magician card, this could potentially be a Virgo or a Gemini coming into your life, or working with the Virgo or Gemini. But I think for more of you, this is just more you manifesting the things you want, making your dreams into a reality. We were just talking about that. You were definitely weighing out your options, and it seems like you've made a decision early on in April, or something came through, something was successfully brought forward. With this 3 of Swords in reverse, it does seem like there was some heartbreak that you have healed from, or you will have healed from by the beginning of April. Potentially this is also next to Mercury going direct on the 7th after the post-shadow phase. It could help you resolve whatever pains you were having before, whatever heartbreak, or whatever. There may actually be a reconciliation for some of you, I have to say, especially if you are dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini, or potentially even a fire sign. There is also this Ace of Pentacles here. Again, I was saying there is kind of this offer for stability. This did come up in the pre-shuffle, the pre-read, and I'm kind of feeling that if you haven't already gotten an offer for stability, it's definitely coming to you in the first part of April, potentially April 7th to April 15th is what I'm kind of feeling intuitively. But it seems, this actually seems pretty good. It seems like you're moving on, you're moving into bigger and better things for yourself. It seems like you're coming into a bit of money as well. Things are looking really good for you at the start of April, I have to say. Nice work. Very nice. Some of you have really been working with manifestation, with law of attraction, I can tell with these cards. Let's see, what is the animal wisdom? What is the animal message for Taurus in the first half of April? There we go. Beautiful. So I actually have 2 here. I have the horse and I have the oyster. This actually came out sideways, so this is almost telling me that this oyster energy is blocking off this horse. Again, that's not going to apply to everyone. It does feel like with this horse, again, this is confirmation. You are moving forward. You are being supported by the divine. This is a very beautiful strong card to be getting. Physical exercise will also be really helpful for you at this time as well. Getting into your body. Also meditation would be good as too. That body-mind balance is going to be really important for you to strike at the beginning of April, and it seems like you'll just kind of have the perfect picture. And the fact that it's being blocked by Oyster, I do see that some of you are a bit closed off, some of you have been a bit reclusive. And that could potentially be the case with Queen of Wands as well. She can sometimes be a bit closed off to people because she's so in her own world. She's so much preoccupied with what she's doing. And it's not necessarily in a cold way. I mean, she is fire, so she's not cold, but it's just she's very focused and very determined. I think some of you might also be feeling a bit reticent. You might be feeling like you're not ready for whatever opportunity that's coming your way. You might feel like you lack the skill, but you do have that pearl inside of you. You do have a gift to share with the world. And it's actually, you're coming into a point where it's like you need to share this gift, or you're actually going to be holding yourself back financially and stability wise. So this is honestly like really, really good. Just be open, be honest, be the magician, speak your desires into existence, and just apply that to everything. Apply that to your relationships, apply that to your job, apply that to however you can think of. And I think you'll have a lot of success with that, especially in the first part of April. Very, very nice. Let's see. What is the future energy looking like for you all? What is the second half of April looking like for Taurus? What is the energy for the second half of April for Taurus? This is when things are going retrograde, so there might be a lot more long-term planning that's coming through, kind of thinking about gains and losses, thinking about ways that we show up in work, in the world, how we achieve our status and our wealth. What are the messages for Taurus for the second half of April? What are the messages for Taurus for the second half of April? Nice. Okay, what else do we have? That's too many. That's too many. This is funny. I'll have to explain this in a second. I just need one more card. There we go. So it's funny that these were taking some time to come out. We do have this Four of Pentacles. Some of you may be holding back a bit. I am thinking of this Oyster card. Some of you may still be struggling to express yourself, especially emotionally. This Four of Pentacles in reverse did show up in the emotional part of the spread. We do, however, have the World, which is a very, very nice card, and we have Strength in reverse. So some of you are definitely beginning a new cycle. I was talking about that with the Jupiter and Saturn retrograde. This is a karmic reset, or a karmic shedding, a new cycle you're coming into, and it seems very positive. You're definitely going to be closing out some old stuff, some old heartache perhaps. You might be letting go of something as well. With Four of Pentacles, you might actually be a bit spendy as well, so that's just something to be mindful of. Just manage your finances responsibly. Some of you may actually be also penny pinching a bit too much, so that's also something to kind of be mindful of. Don't be too much of a stickler. Someone might be needing your assistance, especially if it's a Leo. There is actually a lot of fixed energy here as well. This is Taurus, yourself, but it could also be a Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. So Leo is definitely showing up a lot. There may be a Leo from the past who you are going to be coming into communication with, or someone you had some sort of passionate interaction with. With strength, it does feel like a relationship that wasn't able to stand some sort of test. I do also see that this is just mentally, this is feeling wary. This is feeling not sure of yourself, not trusting your ability to go forward with this new cycle. But all of this is looking really, really promising, Taurus. I gotta say, it's looking good. It seems like it's just a matter of changing your own mindset, of opening up to these possibilities, to opening up to all of these blessings that are coming your way, because there's a lot of blessings that are coming your way. And wow, I think also letting yourself be vulnerable is what's coming up towards the end of April as well. Opening up to people in ways that don't feel comfortable. It's going to be kind of a theme for some of you too. What is the animal message for the second half of April for Taurus? What was I saying? Buffalo. Again, just moving forward, having trust, not being fazed by anything that may seem scary or shocking. It's having this amazing faith while staying very, very grounded. Yoga may be very, very helpful for you by the end of April. Just some sort of spiritual devotion. Or spiritual practice in general will be very, very beneficial to you, because you are moving forward in a very powerful new direction, and it is going to be your season coming up, and the Buffalo card is very, very Taurian, I gotta say. So you're coming into very nice pastures, my friend. I'm very excited for you. This is just amazing. There's a lot of stability and a lot of new things. It may be a bit rocky because there is some change that's coming with it, but it seems like it's all going to be very beneficial to you. I do also have Swan at the bottom of the deck here. I just want to say that I did put it upside down, not on purpose, and it was sticking out to me. So there is still going to be a lot of reflection for you. There is going to be time to yourself. It's going to kind of be a balance of staying open to other people while also guarding your own space, guarding your own sacred space. Writing is going to be really, really important to you, especially working with this magician manifestation energy. Some of you may be getting back in touch with your creative side as well, and really just appreciating the beauty that's surrounding you, because it seems like whatever it was that you lost in March or in the past with this Ten of Pentacles, it seems like you're moving into something new and very exciting and much more fulfilling, I gotta say. Some of you might be a bit too guarded, though. Swan is surprisingly territorial, so again, just be mindful and be open. And I do feel like there is this communion between water and air. You are going to be working on communicating emotions with people. That's going to be a big theme for you for a while. But overall, this is looking really, really great. I think you're going to have a very nice new year ahead of you for your birthday. A lot of birthday blessings coming in. So I'm really happy for you, Taurus. I do hope that this resonated with you. I'm not getting any more messages at this time. Feel free to check out your other signs, your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Check out those other videos if you know them. Otherwise, you can book a personal reading with me. I have all of that information and my website in the description. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye, Taurus.